and welcome to Auntie Paige's Cooking Corner, and today you will be cooking Boy's Cookie Crunch, and you'll find in your box 400 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 150 grams of chocolate chips, 150 grams of butter, 75 grams of vegetable fat, 150 grams of caster sugar, 170 grams of brown sugar, a tablespoon of vanilla, and 3 teaspoons of egg replacement powder, and you'll get 3 tablespoons of water from Mummy. So you will need 2 mixing bowls, measuring spoons, a spatula, a whisk, and 2 baking trays with a piece of parchment paper. And I've also got a silicone bit of parchment as well, but I'll show you how to do both. You'll also need to turn your oven to 180 degrees. And first of all, most importantly, you need to wash your hands. 20 seconds. Get the front, get the back, get those fingernails, get the thumbs, right up in the thumbs. All done. So step number 1, we're going to mix our flour with our salt, bicarbonate of soda and baking powder. So we're going to take our whisk and we're going to whisk it all up together. Now you want to get it so there's no big clumps in it. So this is basically like sieving your flour, but you're just whisking it. And now we're going to add our chocolate chips into the flour. So here are our chocolate chips. You can get your hands in there. Okay, so they're all in. And then we're just going to mix them all together into the flour. And then we're going to set this aside. So the next step is we're going to cream together both of our sugars and our butter and our vegetable fat and also our tablespoon of vanilla. So let's get these all in a bowl. And then we're gonna cream that all together with the whisk. So you want your cream and sugar and vanilla to look like this. You want it to be all nice and creamy and soft. Can you see? Nice and creamy. Okay, so the next step, we're going to mix together our egg replacing powder. Egg replacement powder. We're going to mix together our egg replacement powder and our water. So what you'll need to do is take your whisk out of the butter and then give it a wash. We're going to pop the water into the egg replacement powder and then give it a whisk. And you're going to put your whisk in the wash and you're going to get your flour mixture over and you're going to get your spatula and you're going to put all of the egg replacement powder and water into your flour mixture. Okay, that's all in there, and then we're going to add our margarine mixture into this too. Make sure you get every little bit. Mix this all together. Okay, so it's getting too stiff now, so we're gonna have to get our hands in there. So get all the cookie dough off of the spatula. Hands are nice and clean, you just wash them. So we're gonna keep on mixing with our hands because it's all dry until all of the flour and butter and chocolate chips and all of the good stuff is all mixed together. And you want it to be dough-like. You want it to be a dough. Cookie dough. That cookie dough. Okay, now our hands are all dirty and our cookie dough has formed. You see it's soft. You can pick it up and you can roll it in your hand so you can make the cookies. I'll pinch that down and we're putting that to the side and we're gonna go get our trays. Okay, so I've got 2 trays here and one's got the little reusable mat on it and one's got the parchment paper, and you just have to put it onto the tray. You don't have to do much. Maybe fold in the side and pop it down. The cookies will weigh it down, so it'll be fine. So you're going to need to wash your hands again because you've just touched the trays. So let's go wash our hands. Okay, so this amount of cookie dough will make about 18 cookies. 18 cookies. Or, well, it'll make 18 little cookies, or it'll make 10 really, really, really big cookies. And we're going to make little cookies since it's crunchy cookies. So, as much as you can fit into your little hand, baby Jonathan, you're going to make a little ball. And you're going to place it on the mat. And you're going to keep on doing that until it's full. Until you have about 18 little balls. Okay, so Auntie Paige has a little bit of cookie dough left over, but she doesn't have enough trays. So that you can just put in the fridge or make a massive cookie. But we're going to put these in the oven now. So they're going into a 180-degree oven for about 12 to 13 minutes. Plus side, there's no egg in it, so you can eat the batter. Nom nom nom. So the second most important thing next to washing your hands is cleaning up after yourself. So let's get that going. So we're waiting for the cookies to get nice and brown on the edges, and they're going to flatten out quite a bit, and if they're touching, it's not a problem. When they cool down a bit, they'll not be stucky together anymore. But we're just waiting for them to get a little bit brown, like adding a couple of extra minutes on the timer if they're not brown enough. Okay, so make sure you've got your oven mitts on and get Mummy to do this bit. So we're going to press the buzzer. Our cookies out. Ooh, can you smell that? Ooh. Okay, so you're going to place them down and you're going to let them cool. Not until they're completely cool because you still want a warm, gooey center. But these are going to feel really soft to the touch right now. But leave them. Just let them cool down and they'll crisp up a bit.